Good morning, everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Tuesday and a lot of fog out there again this morning. I'll tell you about the weather in just a moment. On our show today from the Reformed Temple, Muriel Ash is here. Is going to talk about several events that they're having that will be coming up in the next week and also the next month or two as well. Then we have a gentleman from the Korean American Club, and they are going to be having a festival coming up. So we'll tell you all about that. And we have an author on today. She's written a couple books, and Lisa's going to interview her and sit down and find out more about her and more about her books. And then we have a segment with the Cartmart guys. Cartmart is right across the freeway there. Great place if you're looking for a golf cart. And even if you're looking for one of those off-road type golf carts, they make those too. All right, well, they have those. They don't make them, but they sell them. As far as meetings go today, there's a couple disaster preparedness task force at 9:30. That'll be in the Cypress Room. And then the United has their finance meeting at 2 o'clock in the Sycamore Room. Now let's get to the weather. And if you're watching us in the morning, once again, we got that thick marine layer back with us today. Although it should be maybe a degree or two warmer than what we had yesterday. We only got up to about 77 yesterday, which was wonderful. I'm enjoying that. Here we are in fall, so we got some fall-like weather. Now, as we move forward, we are going to have a little bit warmer weather and clearer weather, probably clearer weather on Thursday. We're going to bump up to about 85. Some of the reports say 86, some say 84. So I got it there about 85 or so. But that'll be a warmer day throughout Orange County and throughout Southern California. But then look, it goes right back down again as we get to Friday, Saturday, and moving forward. So a little bump as that high pressure system begins to move in for a day or two. And for here anyway, only about the mid to maybe slightly upper 80s on Thursday. Elsewhere though, like the Inland Empire and those areas, they could be hitting close to 100 degrees on that day, but it's really only about one day. Here we are looking around Orange County, say beach communities, only about 72 is their average today. They got to maybe about 74 yesterday, so a little cooler at the beaches today. Everywhere else, just about the same. San Diego, 76, Palm Springs, 102, and up in the Arrowhead area, about 73. So not much difference at all. As I said, on Thursday, we'll bump that up a bit, and then it'll go right back down again. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
Would you like to save money like we do? I want to introduce you to our granddaughter, Erin Reed, who's a Medicare advisor. Erin, can you save my neighbors and friends money as you have done with Grandpa and me?
Many of the plans I offer have $0 monthly premiums and can help save you money. There are many different options out there when it comes to Medicare coverage, and I represent all of them. But more importantly, I represent you as the individual. Call today for a free plan comparison.
Hey Laguna Woods, it's Ken.
And Lisa.
Did you miss an episode of This Day? Not to worry. Head over to youtube.com and search Village Television.
Here you can find each episode of This Day and other community programs such as Good Day OC, Discovering Laguna Woods, and much more.
Just click the red subscribe button, then click the bell to be emailed every time we upload a video.
Don't miss out.
And subscribe today.
This is how we burger, brew, and cue. Pick a town. Arrive hungry, real hungry. Start with a massive burger. Charred, juicy. Add bacon, a buttery bun, pile high. Serve it up, wash it down. Creamy, hoppy, fruity, malty. We're not done yet. Q-tie, deep fried, sauce soaked, pork ribs, meaty, tender. I'm full. Where to next?
All new Burgers, Brew, and Q. Tuesday at 9. Cooking Channel. Stay fired up. Trust the experts at Universal Carpet for all your flooring needs. Now get 50% off pet stain resistant and hyperallergenic carpet, porcelain tile, wood, laminate, and waterproof flooring, and complete kitchen and bath remodels. Plus get 5 years 0% financing, including free installation and free furniture removal. Our convenient showrooms are just minutes away in Irvine and Huntington Beach, or call 866-402-2747 for our free in-home shopping service. Universal Carpet, the low price leader for over 20 years.
Maxi Comfort from Golden is the most comfortable lift recliner in the world. Its patented technology glides smoothly into a variety of positions not found on most recliners. Everyone loves the programmable auto drive control. You can lift and recline, watch TV or sleep, and enjoy the feeling of weightlessness in zero gravity. Made by American workers and backed by the industry's best warranties. Feel relaxed in a Maxi Comfort lift recliner. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
Welcome back. Today in studio is Muriel Ash, who's here with the Reform Temple, and it's high holiday season, so there's a lot of activities, and so she's going to talk to us about a past activity and then some new things that are coming up. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here today with you. The past activity was our big drive for collecting all the food that we were able to donate to the outreach here in South Orange County.
Okay.
We donated the biggest amount of food of any group on Yom Kippur, and it was over 1,600 pounds of food and $2,500 in cash.
Wow.
So we wanted to fast that day for us and give all that food to the outreach, and it worked.
So how did that work? So you had all these trash cans lined up on the street.
Outreach brought the trash cans,
okay,
and everybody brought paper bags that we got from Trader Joe, I believe, and we put groceries in there. All of us put groceries in there, filled them up, and were able to have them donated.
Okay.
And we felt very good about that.
So we're looking at some pictures now. So there's all the trash cans, and then who is that loading up?
That looks like our good friend, who was a representative to outreach.
Okay.
And she's Margot Gillison, who organized it with our Vice President of Social Services, who is Roberta or Bobby Rosenfeld. So
somebody's connected to somebody.
Absolutely. That's who's there.
Okay. All right, good. So it was a big success.
And the Men's Club did a great deal of work gathering all that and putting it in the trash cans, and then outreach came and picked them up and took them to be useful.
That's awesome. That's awesome. There's some other folks there. Is
Yes,
that the gal you were talking about?
That's Margot Gillison,
Okay.
and then we have Mort Beck and two of our gentlemen from the board, and I'm just really pleased that they're there to to show all the work that was done by our synagogue, and I'm very proud of all of them.
Well, congratulations. That was a big success.
It
and
really
then you've got something else coming up on this Friday.
Yes,
okay.
yes. This coming Friday night is part of we are transforming the gazebo in back of Clubhouse 1, and that is going to be our sukkah, which is part of, it's like a tent or a booth that is what we are going to be celebrating the holiday. It's a harvest holiday, but the sukkah reminds us of the trek across the 40-year trek across the desert to get to the promised land. And many people eat in the sukkah and sleep in it in their various sukkahs that they build in their own home, but we're going to have it right here in Clubhouse 1.
Okay,
so
great.
we invite everyone to come, and
what time is that at?
7:30 Friday night.
Okay.
Our services are always 7:30 Friday night.
Okay, gotcha.
So we'll look forward to seeing you then, and then the holidays will culminate with Simchas Torah, where that'll be the following Friday night.
Okay.
And we will be reading the last chapter of Deuteronomy, and immediately in the second, without changing anything, we're going to go to the first chapter of Genesis. The Circle of Life, we're just going to continue, and we go through the year for the 5 books of the Torah.
So when people come on Friday nights, it
Yes.
starts at 7:30, and then how
7:30.
long does it generally go?
Oh, about an hour and a
Okay.
half. We always have a snack, what we call an oneg Shabbat, but it is coffee and cake for
Okay.
people to socialize after the service.
All right.
Right next door in the art room. So it's a very pleasant community event, and we invite everyone to join us.
Nice gathering. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, and then you have
Absolutely.
a big event that's going to be October 12th.
Absolutely. And October 12th, we are having a tribute to Debbie Friedman,
Okay.
the woman who revolutionized Jewish music. And we are so pleased to welcome her sister, who is going to speak, Cheryl Friedman,
Okay.
to share a short video of Debbie's life.
Okay.
And our High Holiday Choir will join our regular choir
Wow.
to sing a number of Debbie's musical productions, and
Okay.
that's going to be absolutely very exciting to listen to.
Okay.
And this is very special to members of our Reform Temple of Laguna Woods, because the Friedman family, Debbie, Cheryl, Freda, Cheryl and Debbie's mother, and their aunt, were members of the temple, and Cheryl is here to talk about it.
Oh,
so we're
good.
very thrilled that this is going to take place.
Does it go generations?
Well, it's Freda was the mother, and the musician is Cheryl.
Right.
I'm sorry, is Debbie, and
Right.
Cheryl, who is a multi-talented woman as well, will be discussing her sister's life.
That's great. That's great. And that's going to be on Friday, October 12th at
That's
7:30.
right.
So that's
Again,
one of your regular meetings, but that
It's
one's a special one.
It's our regular Shabbat service.
Okay.
And we're going to be having that special event during the service.
Okay.
So I think everybody, and we would encourage everyone to come and enjoy
Right.
the beautiful music they're going to hear.
Okay. Same thing where you have it starts at 7:30.
It does.
Okay.
It'll just go on, and we'll have a celebration afterwards, of
Okay.
course, with coffee and cake and
Oh,
tea.
gotta always have the coffee and cake.
Yeah, and I think everybody will enjoy it.
Good, good. And then we'll just touch real quickly on the event that's coming up towards the end of the month, which is October 28th, November 4th, and November 11th. Just a quick overview, because we'll talk about
Our
it again.
rabbi will lead a discussion each one of those Sundays on the what's called Pirkei Avot, or the ethics of the fathers, and it'll be a discussion of the ethics of the ages of all the rabbis who have
Okay.
put input of living an ethical life, and our rabbi will teach us about that, and I know that will be of interest to most people.
Oh, yeah.
I think on there you've got the on the screen, it tells who to contact, but
Right.
they can just contact. It'll be on our website,
Okay.
and which is the Reformed Temple of Laguna Woods, within our
Okay.
website of the Laguna Woods Village.
Oh, perfect. Okay, good. So we'll touch on that one again towards the end of October.
Sounds good.
So that'll be good. But anyway, the one that's coming up is this Friday night
This
for the
coming
first
Friday
meeting.
night, and
Okay.
that's where we're transforming the gazebo
Okay.
into a sukkah.
I like
and it'll
it.
be decorated with all sorts of beautiful leaves and fruits and vegetables, everything relating to the harvest.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. It's great to catch
It's
up.
been a pleasure.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
And don't forget, this Friday night is the first event that they're going to have, and then they'll have another one the Friday night. So anytime you want to know more, you can always go to the Reformed Temple of Laguna Woods. We'll be right back.
When other dealers say no, Capistrano Toyota says, yes, we can. Low payments? Yes, we can. Low financing for all types of credit? Yes, we can. Capistrano Toyota features 10 acres of new and certified pre-owned Toyotas, plus many used cars priced below $10,000. When other dealers say no, Capistrano Toyota says, yes, we can. Exit the 5 freeway at Camino Capistrano.
Did you know that we are living longer, healthier lives than ever before? And did you know that social interaction, brain stimulation, and exercise improve your quality of life? Did you know the Saddleback College Emeritus Institute offers 200 tuition-free classes to older adults in South Orange County? With over 30-plus locations between Lake Forest and San Clemente, it has never been easier to take advantage of your third act of life. Sign up today.
Would you like to save money like we do? I want to introduce you to our granddaughter, Erin Reed, who's a Medicare advisor. Erin, can you save my neighbors and friends money as you have done with Grandpa and me?
Many of the plans I offer have $0 monthly premiums and can help save you money. There are many different options out there when it comes to Medicare coverage, and I represent all of them. But more importantly, I represent you as the individual. Call today for a free plan comparison.
For more information, visit medterracbd.com.
Well, I'd like to welcome now Peter Chong, and Peter is with the Korean American Club right here in Laguna Woods Village. And coming up on October 11th, there's a wonderful festival that you folks are going to be part of, and you're going to be putting on a great show. So welcome, sir. Nice to have you here today.
Thank you. Good morning.
So this is called the Aryan Festival. So tell me about this festival. What is the background of it, and what does it mean to Korean culture?
Now, Arirang is a symbol of Korean emotion.
Okay.
So Arirang is kind of emotional meaning of Korean people in history. And so then Arirang Festival means Korean festival.
Okay.
We are going to show, various kinds performances this time.
Oh, great. Now, there's so much that can be involved with this. Are you going to have like singing and dancing?
Oh, yeah.
And tell me about what's going to be going on at this show. By the way, it's going to be at the Performing Arts Center.
Right.
So.
Yeah, we are going to share Asian culture to Western, people here, all mixed, and then we show Korean traditional dance, line dance, drumming dance, modern dance, chorus, solo singing, instrumental music, Hawaiian, hula dance, violin, and cello, taekwondo demonstration show, Broadway show, many kinds, and something more than.
Wow, so it's going to be a very full show.
Yeah, good shows.
So how long have you been living here in the village?
Well, I've been in Laguna Woods 6 years next month.
Did you start this club up?
No, well, this Arirang Festival is been third, time this one.
Okay.
But 2 years ago, we had the first Arirang Festival, and last year, second.
Okay.
And this is third.
All right.
Then I was enjoying first and second. Then I said, wow, this is too good. So we better show it, not only for Korean. First and second, we Korean people met at Clubhouse 5, eat dinner, and watch the show. But this is too good.
Yeah.
So as I became chairman of Korean American Club in January, I made up my mind to show it not only with the Korean society, but international stage. And that's why we are doing this time.
Well, that's fantastic. Now, this is obviously a festival that in Korea goes back many, many, many years. It's the tradition there, right?
Yeah.
And as far as the type of music and dancing that you're going to be bringing here, is it a performance that people can watch? Can they get involved with?
Yeah, well, now, in here, kind of like Asian culture is hidden, because we are kind of like a minor group, and so I feel we better share with Asian culture to Western and Western culture to us. So this is a moment to share each other.
Yeah.
Okay. So Western culture to Eastern culture, Eastern culture to Western people, and we all mix together like a saddle bar, melting pot, and then we edify American, enjoyable.
Now, throughout the year, do you folks ever put on other events that are open to beyond club members, like dinners and things like that?
Oh yeah, several times, about 6 times we have a party.
Okay.
At the Clubhouse 5 most times. And then each time we met, party, then, the talents they show.
Yeah.
Talents, And then this is time to show internationally open to the whole community here in Laguna.
Well, I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
Really, yeah.
How long will the show last? Is it a couple hours?
Yeah, a couple hours.
Okay.
We have intermission in half. And then also in our show time, we are going to donate for foundation.
Okay.
Yeah, we are collecting money now to donate for foundation for needy
The
people.
performers that will be here, where are they coming from? Are they from around Southern California?
Well, all these stars they live in Laguna Woods.
Okay, so all the performers, the musicians and all are from here?
Maybe one singer, one instrumental musician from nearby, but most of them, they live in Laguna Woods. But we have some kind of like top star, Broadway show, and then Korean traditional dancer. They are very, drummer.
You're right.
Yeah, they were first-class people, talents in Korea before they came to America. So they are good enough to show.
Yeah.
And also, I believe Korean has a natural talent in art and performances. K-pop and BTS, they're world class now. They are our children.
Yeah.
I believe Korean has natural talent.
Well, I think you're right about that because sometimes we have folks on from the Global Harmony Symphony, and Valerie Geller will have guest violinists and all. And several times they are from Korea, or they live here now, but they're Korean. And they're excellent musicians.
Yeah, well, Korea has a lot of excellent musicians.
Yeah.
And sports, sports athletics.
So this is going to be, we know that, the athletics, I think this is going to be great. And what's going to be nice about this is people can go to this and maybe see the slight differences. I know the Chinese American Club does this once a year, and they can see that maybe the differences between the two and the different styles of music and performances. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, now Korea and Japan, China has almost 5,000 years of history.
Yeah.
And then Korea and China, we share our common cultural relations. So Chinese people, they are supporting us this time because they have pride, show Asian culture to, internationally here, So it's nice time.
That's going to be a lot of fun. I want to tell people that the tickets are on sale now at the Performing Arts Center. The festival is going to be on October 11th, which is Thursday, at 6 o'clock. Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, at this one, there's not going to be any food. It's just performances, right?
No, just the performance, but following the show, we have a reception.
Oh, you will?
At the dining room there. So after that show, you can come in and drink and talk and some snack. Enjoy together. Fellowship.
All right. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. And also, I checked, the ticket sales box that 3/4 already.
Okay.
Yeah, 3/4 tickets sold out already.
All right, so people need to get their tickets soon then.
Better soon.
Okay. All right, very good. It's only $7.
Yeah, only $7.
All right, fantastic.
So that everybody can come without any obligation.
Well, I think this is going to be a wonderful event. And I thank you for coming on. Please come on again the next time you have an event. And
we'll try.
And I'm sure people will love if you have it again where you have a lot of Korean food and a dinner and people can go and try that. That would be fantastic.
Yeah. We are trying to encourage Korean War veterans here. We have about
very good. Yeah.
Every year we are opening a party for Korean War veterans. They are dying now. They are,
Yeah.
it's been
Yeah. Well,
about-
my dad's a Korean War veteran.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. He is.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yes, he is. So he lives in Santa Fe, but yep, he was in the Korean War. He was in a MASH unit, as a matter of fact.
Oh, we respect them.
Yeah. Thank you very much,
Thank
sir. I
you.
hope you come back on again.
Okay.
Yeah, and let us know your other events. That'll be wonderful.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you,
you.
Peter.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much. You
Thank you.
take care.
Okay.
Again, this wonderful festival, the Airang Festival, will be happening from the Korean American Club, October 11th. That is a Thursday at 6 o'clock. Tickets are available now at the Performing Arts Center, $7. But as Peter said, they're selling out. So you better hurry. This is going to be a lot of fun. We'll be right back.
Different is powerful, yet calming. Different is a friendly smile. Different is accepting, not judging.
Different is the unexplained, left to the imagination.
A day without plans, to walk, to explore, a coastal drive with no destination. Different is anything but predictable. Different can be good. At South County Lexus, you'll find different is amazing.
We all know there's no place like home. You want to stay in your own home, but day-to-day tasks are getting more difficult to manage. Acticare is the solution. We are the trusted care partner in your community with 5-star reviews. You've taken care of others all your life. Now is the time to let us help you. In-home care is a safe and effective way to help you remain living independently in the comfort of your own home.
Acticare, responsive in-home care. Your first day is free.
Hi, I'm John Bowser Bauman. You probably know me best as Bowser from Sha Na Na, but I'm also president of Social Security Works PAC. And you know, when I'm in Laguna Woods, I always watch Village Television. Grease for peace.
When you travel with AAA, you get more than a vacation. You get exclusive AAA member benefits, special offers on unforgettable experiences, and the travel planning knowledge of your own AAA travel agent. When you travel with AAA, you get the vacation of your dreams. To save on a pleasant holidays vacation, visit your local AAA travel agent today.
Welcome back. I came across a very interesting email by Cynthia Whites, and she is a writer. But what makes this so interesting is her subject matter. So I'd like to welcome Cynthia Whites to our studio. Thank you for being here with us.
Well, thank you for inviting me. Yeah.
Now, very interesting subject matters. Let's talk about your first book, and it's called Feisty Old Ladies.
Right.
I love the title. Tell me about how you came up with it.
Well, the thing is, I couldn't just, when I decided to do creative writing, I couldn't decide what to write about.
Right.
But then I thought, what is on my mind most of the time?
Mm-hmm.
And OLD is on my mind. Getting OLD was
Right.
on my mind.
Right.
So I was thinking, well, you can't do too much about wrinkles. You can dye your hair.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do much about thinning, and you can't do too much about shrinking.
Yeah, really.
And so I have a protagonist who is 60. She will forever be 60 plus. Okay. And she has the attributes that I really like in women in general, and especially in older women. She's feisty, of course.
Right.
She's very strong-minded. But she's also zany and very comical, and she fights for what she believes in. And what happened to her was she used to run around in stilettos, and then she fell down a long flight of stairs and ended up in the hospital and in a rehab center.
Okay.
And so while she's in the rehab center, she's just bored out of her mind and really unhappy, and then she meets two other feisty ladies, and they become pals, and they decide to stir things up.
In the center?
In the center.
Okay.
And then what happens is she volunteers and in the skilled care section, and she meets some patients that she really likes a lot, and they're both, two of them especially, are characters. One is Pete, and he plays the piccolo, and he loves to use puns all the time.
Okay.
And then there's Joe, the jokester, who likes to tell knock-knock jokes. So anyhow, she becomes very fond of them, and then all of a sudden things happen to them, and she decides she's going to find out exactly what happened. So she becomes an accidental sleuth.
Ah.
Yeah, and she brings her merry band of sleuths with her to help her, and ends up getting into a lot of trouble. One of the things about this book is that I address the subject of ageism, of course, but also what happens to older people, how they're taken advantage of. When I first moved here, there was someone who lived in it was called Laguna Woods. Well, it is Laguna Woods now, but it had a different name. And he was an attorney who took advantage of the people who lived here, and he became their conservators, and he bilked them out of all kinds of money.
Oh boy.
So that's what happened to Margot. She had twin niece and nephew, whom we refer to as Tweedledum and Tweedledee. And they take advantage of her because she's sick, and they petitioned to become her conservators.
Right.
So that's another issue she's facing.
So not only is it entertaining, but educational too. I mean, it probably helped remind people some of the things that can happen to you, right?
That's right.
Okay.
And I wanted to show how she fights back.
Okay.
But Margot isn't just a person who's a fighter, she's also still a romantic, and she has a dashing Danish boyfriend who somewhat disapproves of what she's doing. He's afraid she's going to get in trouble, she's going to get hurt.
Right.
And actually, at the end of the book, she and her friends fight this knockdown battle with somebody who is the perpetrator in the book.
So even though you thought about a lot of different things like this, I'm sure you have friends that have been going through these same kind of things, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you've changed the names.
Yeah, I changed the names, yes.
Changed the names to protect those, okay.
Yeah.
All right, good. Well, this is a great one, and you did this in 2014. Okay,
right.
Then you followed up with another one called Feisty Old Gangbusters.
Right.
So is that a sequel to this?
Yes,
Okay.
it's a sequel.
Tell me about this one.
Well, because after everything is all settled and they find the perpetrators, and then they received a citation from the mayor of Laguna Hills, and so they can't decide what to do. But then they open a factory designing for the senior set. Actually, I have to tell that it is El Toro, but I call it no, it is Santa Ana, but I call it El Rio.
El Rio.
El Rio.
Got it.
Right.
Got it.
Yes.
That's funny.
So they buy this factory in this gorgeous old building, which in reality, I will let the secret out. It really is like the Santora building, if you've ever been there in Santa Ana. But it's in a neighborhood that's sort of run down, and there are gangs that are hassling them. And Margot and her friends find themselves in trouble because of the gangs that are there.
Wow.
And she also meets this little boy who lives next door. His name is Felipe, and she just decides she's crazy about him and tries to help him. And he becomes instrumental in helping her because eventually Margot and her gang find themselves in deep trouble. Not gangsters, but her gang of women find themselves in deep trouble.
Okay.
And only by using their wits do they save themselves.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, don't give anything away on that
I
one.
don't want to.
Okay.
No, never.
Well, what inspired you to become a writer?
Well, I always did writing for business, but it was definitely business writing. And,
right.
And I worked for McCall's Magazine and Condé Nast Publications, and I don't know if you remember did you watch Mad Men, as many people did?
Yeah.
Well, they always talked about being part of Danza Fitzgerald's Sample, and that was the first ad agency I ever worked for.
Wow,
Yeah.
I'll be darned, okay.
Yeah, so I worked for the LA Times.
Okay.
So I was doing all this business writing, and then what happened was my husband passed away, and I had this infrastructure to sustain me, but and it was the Laguna Art Museum. I was a docent there for almost 20 years.
Okay.
But then that whole thing fell apart after all that time, and I didn't really know what to do with myself. And then my son took the bar, and he disappeared. He went to Africa for 6 months.
Oh, wow.
So there I was thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do with my life? And so I belonged to AAUW, American Association of University Women.
Okay.
And I found a book called Pen on Fire.
Okay.
And I bought the book, and I thought, maybe I can try this.
Wow.
So I started taking writing classes and was in critique groups, and I wrote several short stories that were published. And one was called My Suicidal Goldfish. And one was called The Peasant Woman's Skirts. Another was called The Lavender Peignoir. But I was working on this book at the same time, my first book.
And how long did it take you to write the first one?
A long time.
Example.
A few years.
A few years.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you have to, you write a chapter, then you have to think about the next one and write the next one. And did you have help publishing it, or did you do self-publish?
I did self-publishing.
You did, okay,
Yeah.
which you can do. I mean, it's a lot of work for sure.
It was.
Especially because I know you sell it on Amazon.
Right.
And so, the requirements there, I mean, it's a lot of work. So
It
good
is
for
a lot
you.
of work, the writing and the rewriting.
Yeah.
Well, I did try to go the traditional route, and then I had this horrible leak in my house, and my house was practically not destroyed, but the whole downstairs was covered with plastic for 6 months, and I thought, I can't try to sell my book and deal with this, so then I decided to self-publish.
Okay, well, yeah, and then just finding somebody who wants to pick it up is tough.
Yeah.
And you have to, who to trust and who not to trust and things like that.
Right.
Okay, good. So the first one is called Feisty Old Ladies, and the second one is Feisty Old Gangbusters.
Right.
And these are available on Amazon,
They
correct?
are, and it's also on Kindle.
On
for
Kindle
people
too.
who
Oh,
like
good.
Kindle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, great. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And thank you for sharing.
Yes, and thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome.
I think this is the perfect place because the people who live in this community are so well educated and so intelligent and so active.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. We have them on all the time,
Yes.
and they are very active.
Yes.
So good. Well, I hope we've inspired a few people to do some writing on their own.
I hope so. Yeah, writing is it's fun. It really is.
Thank you.
It keeps you out of trouble.
Yeah, really. Okay, thank you. And don't forget that we have Feisty Old Ladies and Feisty Old Gangbusters, and you can write your own book too, or you can buy it on Amazon. We'll be right back.
Did you know that we are living longer, healthier lives than ever before? And did you know that social interaction, brain stimulation, and exercise improve your quality of life? Did you know the Saddleback College Emeritus Institute offers 200 tuition-free classes to older adults in South Orange County? With over 30-plus locations between Lake Forest and San Clemente, it has never been easier to take advantage of your third act of life. Sign up today.
What's happened to healthcare? It wasn't so long ago that your doctor understood your health history because they were part of it. From labor pains to life's health challenges, you could rely on that relationship with your family physician. Then something happened. Healthcare changed. Seeing a doctor can feel like running into a stranger. A 60-minute wait for a 6-minute visit. Hoag Medical Group is here to change all of that. Our doctors do more than react to illness. They become your personal physician for life. Always listening, never rushing, helping to chart a healthy path together, walking with you at every turn. This is the way healthcare was meant to be, with enhanced features such as same-day appointments, care coordination, and direct access to Hoag's world-class professionals and services. Hoag Medical Group. We listen, we care, we're committed to you for life.
I'm speaking with Brian Rod, and well, he oversees and owns and operates along with, who's the other gentleman that helps you out?
Here in the Orange County store, Jared Morgan.
Jared Morgan, thank you.
Salesman.
Cartmart, of course, and the location right here is up in Lake Forest. Actually, it sounds like it's way far away. It's not. It's you go under the freeway. You go. It would be right on Schwartz.
On Schwartz, yeah.
Yeah.
Right by Big Five.
Big Five, yes, yeah.
And
the patio thing.
Sola Salons.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's right over there, very close by. And before we get into your talking points here, it was interesting. You were telling me that out in Rancho Mirage, you have a golf cart museum.
Correct.
So tell me, I've got to hear about that very quickly. I know we want to talk about this, but I thought that's so cool.
Well, you know, being the oldest golf cart dealer in the business since 1959, we felt an obligation to preserve and enhance the awareness of golf cars. So,
yeah.
Sort of a passion project, I created the National Museum of Golf Carts, and we've got some historical pieces dating back from the early 50s.
Yeah.
Some cars that were manufactured in the early 50s, which is when the electric caddy car was first announced. Before it was called a golf car, they were called electric caddy cars.
Yeah.
All the way to current models and futuristic models. So we have, you know, specialty pieces.
That would be fun to see.
We have a car that was owned by President Eisenhower, Bob Hope. We have a circulating array of vehicles in that.
That is really
museum.
neat. That would be fun to see.
Come and check us out when you're in the desert.
Something really different. That's great. So let's talk about some of the programs you're offering right now. And I know you've talked about this before, but you take trade-ins, right?
Trade-ins is always a conversation piece when someone is looking to bring in their old car. And so we right now, this summer, it's very busy. We need trade-ins. So we're looking for good used cars that we can, you know, bring in and repurpose those in exchange for obviously another upgraded or new or another pre-owned car that's custom built to our needs. So we're definitely looking for good trades at the moment.
Any brand?
All brands.
Okay.
Within reason, of course, we're looking for cars that run, that will have a second, third, or fourth life from the time that we resell it. So we want the cars to be in decent shape when we take them in, as you would expect.
Yeah, exactly. Now, you having your summer spruce up program, and this is your July promotion that's coming up. And tell us about this. And I think this is a great opportunity for folks who want to keep their older golf cart preserved and running smoothly.
Well, so one of the things that we do in our summer spruce up is we're going to bring in your pre-owned Yamaha E-Z-Go or club car, and we're going to put new bodies, new factory seats, vinyl seats, and new tires. We have some nice 10-inch custom wheels.
Now I'm confused there. A new body kit?
So we'll put new bodies on. We'll take your bodies off. We have factory bodies we'll put on. We can obviously paint them. We can do certain things for them, but we're doing a basic entry-level spruce up for about $1,500.
Okay.
To bring your old car.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you could change that out, the whole body thing, and if they need that, so the chassis kind of remains the same and all. But
within reason for any car that's not too old and vintage that we can still get parts for. But the idea is to bring in an entry level at $1,500 to make your old car look new again.
Yeah. That's fantastic. And so if they want to do that, just go ahead and call you folks up and Obviously you're going to need to look at it and decide what can be done if it's
of course
within reason.
Dialogue, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a picture, send us in so we know what model we're talking about,
Yeah.
and we can come pick up the car and bring it into the service center and get that work started for you. So it's pretty easy, and then all of our service advisors and our salesmen, Jared in the store, they're very helpful and knowledgeable. So they'll make the process easy and enjoyable to the extent of that we can.
Now, I'm going to get to the how you're going to be helping out in the 4th of July concert, but kind of let's kind of dovetail into what you were talking about the summer spruce up. People may go, well, we can bring our golf cart in, but are we stuck there for hours? I don't want to be stuck there for hours. You might be a nice guy, Jared might be a nice guy, but they like to go back home and
they want to go back. Well,
how do they do that?
So we started here in Laguna Woods specifically because we found a lot of our clientele here in the neighborhood didn't have the ability to get to our facility.
Yeah.
Couldn't get to our store. Don't have a car, don't have a means or a ride.
Yeah.
So we created this package where call us, we'll send a ride share, like an Uber or a Lyft. We'll send one to your house, pick you up, bring you into the store. You can do your shopping at the showroom. You can decide if you want to buy or not. If you, when you're finished, we'll send you right back. So you don't have to have a car necessarily to get to our store.
Okay.
So we want to bring you in. Now, when it comes to the servicing of your car, that's handled differently. We're going to send a pickup truck to pick your car up, and we're going to take that down to our service center, and we're going to work on it there. But anytime you want to come to our store in the Lake Forest, you just give us a call at our 800 number or call the number on the screen that you'll see later, and we'll be happy to come pick you up, do some shopping, meet with Jared, see our service team, and we'll send you back home when you're ready.
And you do this through Uber?
We do it through Uber.
Yeah, which works great. I was telling Brian that where I take my car at the dealership to be serviced, they no longer have, I guess what you used to call them service drivers, shuttle drivers. They now use Uber, and it's very well done and convenient, and
you don't have to have an Uber account either. You just have to call us.
No.
We'll take care of all the organization. We'll send the driver. He'll be outside. He'll call you. You jump in, go visit the store, do your shopping, and then we'll send you home when you're ready.
All right, very good. Now, 4th of July concert, you folks are going to be helping out here in the village, right?
Yeah. So 4th of July is a big party here for you at Laguna Woods Village, and we've offered, and we're donating a couple of shuttles, transportation vehicles, just to get people around the parking lots, and so from one place to the other in the village. So for your concert on the 4th of July, all that transportation is going to be donated by Cartmart in appreciation of the business that you guys give us.
Very nice. That's great. And you folks have a new website, right?
Yeah, we're very proud to announce that our brand new Cartmart.com website went live this week.
Yeah, I went on it, and I got to tell you, there was one, I forget the name of it. Is it like the Roadster model or something like that?
The Korea Roadster.
Yeah, there's one that I went on and looked at, and it can be customized quite a bit, but it's really cool looking. I looked at it really quick, and I'm going, what is that? Is that a golf cart? Or?
It is a golf cart. It is a golf cart.
It's pretty
also
cool.
Meant for street.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we sold one of those last year for $70,000.
So, seriously? It had to have been heavily customized.
Highly customized.
To have a bar on
it can go
for that
up to
price.
that
I want a bar on it.
Not to scare anybody. That's the absolute extreme.
Yeah.
In fact, we think it might be one of the most expensive carts ever sold.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of that European luxury golf car can go up there. But by the way, we have cars that
they do.
Much more reasonably priced in just about anyone's budget range.
Yeah.
So that's just
but it's
the
neat.
extreme.
Take a look on the website because it's just fun to kind of look at all the different models and opportunities and the customization that you can have. You can, I guess, just go in and basically buy, what I would say floor model, but then if you wanted a different color or mag wheels or whatever you want, it can be done.
We can customize anything to be personalized, or of course we have a beautiful showroom full of vehicles, and there's likely the car that you will fall in love with on the floor, but we always say if it's not there, we have it in another location with 4 stores.
Yes.
Or we'll build it for you in short order. So you can always get what you're looking for at a really fair price and backed by a company that's been doing it longer than anybody. and we really care about what we're doing. So we're happy to take anyone.
And get out to the museum if you can. I got to do.
If you're in the desert, you have to.
A lot of these folks go out there, so try. That'll be fun. Brian, thank you very much.
Great to meet you.
Yes.
Thanks for having
us.
us.
And cartmart.com, very easy, is the website, and located right under the freeway off. Is it Schwartz?
Schwartz Drive.
Schwartz Drive.
Yeah.
And if you know where Big Five is over there, and there's the patio stores and all kinds of stuff. They're right there.
That's correct.
So check them out, and great people. And you know, if you got one, an older one, you'd like to upgrade, they take trade-ins. Have them check it out for you. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sean Thomas. Sports Talk. Come join me here every Thursday morning at 11:30 a.m. for sports news, highlights, and interviews for all of Laguna Woods and around the world. Put it on your calendar. It's a great way to start your day with me and the Sports Talk way.
I started Sterling Financial under the premise that there was a need for integrity in this industry as well as quality service.
There's such volatility in the stock market. One day it could be up 100 points, the next day it could be down 500 points. Well, what we like to do is be able to have people go to bed and wake up the next morning knowing that their money is safe and secure.
That's what we try to do here at Sterling Financial Advisors, is to create peace of mind and quality of life in retirement.
Yes, welcome back, and we got a couple movies coming up this week, and the first one, you want me to do the Friday one?
Sure.
That's right, The Ballad of Lefty Brown. This sounds like an old movie, but it's not. It came out last year, but it is done in the vein of like a classic Western, about a thrilling action-packed Western. In fact, there's Bill Pullman in there, and it's a story about loyalty, friendship, and the relentless pursuit of justice. Peter Fonda is also in this, so it's got a really good cast. And as I said, this is sort of done in the traditions of the old style Westerns.
Yeah,
so
looks
it's
like
neat,
it.
but it was made last year.
Well, sometimes
So
those are
that would
fun,
be-
you know?
Yeah,
Kind
so
of brings
that-
back the John
Yeah.
Wayne feel. So cool, fun.
And it is rated R, but I think primarily just for
Probably language.
language
or
and violence and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay. So Monday, we have a completely different kind of movie. It's called The Miracle Season, and that will be on Monday, October 1st. Gosh, October 1st already. At 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. And it is rated PG, and it's a drama about a sport. After the tragic death of star volleyball player Caroline Line found, a team of dispirited high school girls must band together under the guidance of their tough love coach in hopes of winning the state championship. And that stars Helen Hunt, Erin Moriarty, and William Hurt. So good cast.
Yeah.
There's not really a whole lot of information about it, but it sounds like a nice, good come-together movie.
Yeah, I hadn't heard about it until I saw that we got it. So,
Mhm.
hey, a couple movies I want to tell you about coming up. In October, we're going to have Jurassic World, as you
Oh,
can see
good.
there.
Yes.
The Fallen Kingdom, this is the newest one that just came out. And I might add the one that Universal is redoing their ride on. And then a really good movie, Won't You Be My Neighbor, a documentary about, of course, Fred Rogers. And this was out in theaters not
Oh,
too
yeah.
long ago. There's one on PBS, and then there was a theatrical version. That's what this one is.
Uh-huh.
Ocean's 8
Okay, I just watched that the other day.
which
That's
one?
with
Ocean's 8? Yeah.
with all the girls.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It should be a fun movie. Good cast. And then a classic, Les Girls with Gene Kelly. And then on some of our Monday movies
Yeah, you have that
coming
one. I
up
have that one.
is the Miracle Season. Little Pink Houses, that's about saving their homes from a basically corporate interests coming in and
okay.
redoing the neighborhoods. Tully, a mother of 3, hires a nanny to help her newborn. And Solo, a Star Wars story, which is just coming out on DVD now.
Wow.
So if you are a Star Wars fan, I really did enjoy it. I liked it a lot. And
then for Halloween, Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus, a
That's a fun
classic
one.
Disney film.
Yeah, it's super
Did you
fun.
see Solo?
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay, that was actually, it was good. I think they did a really good job with it.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
All right.
Okay, Comedy Club. So the Comedy Club, as you know, the funny lady Joey Sims will be hosting that. And she's going to have Dick Hardwick, and that's Thursday, September 27th in Clubhouse 5. And he is a quick wit and off-the-wall sense of humor, has served him well as a guest on the Jeff Foxworthy's syndicated radio show and numerous television appearances. He has big laughs with no offensive language or four-letter words, so that's kind of exciting. And he's got a comedy drum routine. Residents are $7, non-residents are $12. It starts around 7, and the doors open at 6, but no saving seats after 6:30. If you want more information, 949-454-1572. I'd like to see who's going to be battling for the seats. You know, can you imagine? Okay, so that looks like a lot of fun. And then Casino Night, should we mention that one?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, so the Florence Sylvester Memorial Senior Center's 19th annual Casino Night will be here Saturday, September 29th from 6 to 10 p.m. And that will be, tickets are $25, and that includes $100 play money. So that will be nice for a good cause. And if you would like to participate, that's 949-380-0155.
All right. That's a good cause.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they're coming on tomorrow, the Senior Center ladies.
Oh, yeah, they are. So we'll talk about it again.
So as far as weather's going, we have that thick morning marine layer, and that should last another day or two. I'm not sure on Thursdays that high pressure kind of moves in. It's not going to be really much of a change, but it could be less of the morning marine layer. But then after that bump up on Thursday, things go right back down again, and we're kind of staying in this pattern. So it just depends on how heavy the morning marine layer is. That comes off the coast. You get that coastal eddy that just kind of sits there, and sometimes it's thick, sometimes it's not. But as we saw yesterday, it cleared up very nicely.
Yes.
Yeah, we had clouds though all the way till probably about noon.
Yeah, but then it got really nice.
Yeah, it did. Here we are around the county today, and you can see that about the same as what we had yesterday, maybe a degree or two warmer, but the beaches are actually going to be a bit cooler today. Only getting up to around 72 is their average, and Palm Springs, of course, still up there at 100.
Wow.
100, 102.
Yeah, still good, but the nights look good. So.
Yes.
All right, and then tomorrow we will sit down with the Senior Center, Dr. Ahn from Hogue. We're going to get a security update from Tim Moy, and then we also have Thrive coming on. So good show tomorrow.
Yep. All right. We'll see you then.
Have a good day.